is how do you make a video campaign run when we target small geolocations with different targeting options? For example, one campaign, just 5 ad groups, each ad group has its own targeting options, yet the ad is not running due to limited and over-targeted audience size. Okay, so what I would recommend, and so Google is basing everything off of the campaign level. So Facebook was making a shift to that, but then they kind of like abandoned a little bit of it. And so you could do ad, you could do it based on ad, ad group and also on campaign. On YouTube though, and on Google, it's all based on the campaign level. So your spend budget is set at a campaign level, and then underneath that you have ad groups. Now, there's no necessarily, major right or wrong way to do this, but I typically prefer to put one ad group. There are some exceptions to this, right? But typically with cold traffic, I like to put one ad group in one campaign and test more of a variety of campaigns that are layered, like topics, like keywords, with audiences, right, with demographics, and basically create these campaigns that have one ad group that's set up that way. The reason for that is if you have multiple different ad groups, like let's say you have 5 ad groups and they're each targeted to a different geolocation, you're gonna have a lot less control over which ad group is actually gonna get the spend. There are things you could do like bid adjustments, but what I found is it's a lot easier, and it will work better to just segment these into individual campaigns. So you'd have a campaign, let's say you're doing one for Boston, one for New York, San Francisco, whatever. You have different cities or different geolocations, you'd have these each be an individual campaign so that you can scale them individually based on how they're performing. And that's what, we've done different geographic, targeted campaigns. We've done some seminar ads to kind of fill seminars. And that's exactly how you do it. You do individual campaigns, because then you say, okay, wow, the LA seminar is working really well. Let's scale that up. Okay, for whatever reason with the New York seminar, people are looking up something different than they would over in LA. And so now we can turn that keyword off for this one. We can, keep this one, maybe not scaled. That's typically what I would recommend. And then if it's just not running, I think this is the second part of your question, not running, basically what could happen is you could have 5 different geographies, and let's say that, New York is the one that's getting all the spend because Google, for whatever reason, figures out it's easier to target people in New York. You're getting more people to view the video. And so you might get less spend elsewhere. That's all going to be resolved if you have them in individual campaigns. So you have one campaign, one geography, and you'll be able to adjust your bid per. Now, you could also adjust the ad group bid. It's just, that's a little more complicated. I would just recommend for you probably to split it into different campaigns.